Hello and welcome to this FPL Gameweek 12 edition of FPL Hacks with me, Holly Shand. Today I'll be looking at the players you should buy, hold and sell this week. Let's get into it. Starting with the buy list then, there's a couple of players that really stood out to me given their ability to get goals and assists looking at their underlying numbers. The first one is Manchester City's Joao Cancelo. He's had 16 shots in his last 4 games. Only Mo Salah can equal that. He's missed just 13 minutes of action all season, so we've pretty much got a nailed defender under Pep Guardiola, which is very rare, and obviously Manchester City are keeping plenty of clean sheets along the way as well. So there's a huge goal threat there. He's certainly due a goal, and 4 assists so far this season just shows what he can do going forward. The second player on my buy list is West Ham's Jarrod Bowen, another player that's impressed me over recent weeks. He's amassed 1 goal and 4 assists in his last 4 games. And not only that, he's had 11 shots in the box under that spell, and he's also created 3 big chances. So he's another player that can get both goals and assists. The only issue with fitting him in your squad is if you've got Michail Antonio as well, it could be a little bit too much to have 2 West Ham attackers given the difficulty that they face in their upcoming fixtures. On my hold list then, and it is West Ham's Michail Antonio. He is the focal point of this West Ham side that have scored 7 goals in their last 2 games. He's been very, very unlucky to not deliver over that spell. His underlying numbers are still very good. He's had 9 shots and created 6 chances over that period. He's been in the unfortunate position of assisting the assister on a couple of occasions. Surely he's due to be back in the goals and assists soon. I know he's been a frustrating hold for many of us over recent weeks, but I do recommend that you hold on to him for the time being, because West Ham, despite the fixtures, are going to continue to score goals, and Antonio is going to be one of those players that is going to be involved in those goals. The second player on my hold list is Brighton's Robert Sanchez. He frustrated many managers last weekend by getting himself sent off. It looked like another Brighton clean sheet to add to the 4 that he already had this season, and then it all went wayward towards the end of the game. Now, if you've got 2 free transfers and no other issues in your squad, then you could make a goalkeeper move. But in my opinion, even if you've not got a goalkeeper on your bench, or if you've got someone like Ben Foster who can cover Sanchez this week, either play your backup keeper or go without a goalkeeper and just play 10 this week, because he's been very reliable for his price, especially if you've had him since the start of the season. He's got 4 clean sheets, which is 3rd among all goalkeepers, the highest being 6, and he's made 12 saves in his last 4 games. So I think there's plenty of potential there for Sanchez still at that price point, and it's never nice to waste a transfer on a goalkeeper, especially if you've got a lot of issues elsewhere in your squad, because you can really strengthen in other areas rather than fixing this issue, because it's only for 1 week. He's going to be back for game week 13. It's only a 1-game ban. On my sell list then, it'll be no surprise to see 2 strikers on there. Our forward lines have been floundering in recent weeks in FPL, and the biggest disappointment of them all over that period has been Brentford's Ivan Toney. The fixture list looked so promising, but to come away from a home tie against Norwich with absolutely nothing means that he almost justifies the sale now. 5 blanks in his last 5 games, including against Burnley and Norwich. And the Brentford striker is struggling. Brentford is struggling as a whole now. 5 losses on the bounce is not good. It will not help Toney's confidence, and confidence is a huge thing for our fantasy forwards. And at the start of the season, we saw quite a lot of creativity from Toney, a good relationship with Mbomo. Mbomo missed a few games, he's come back in, but those creativity numbers in terms of chances created and key passes have been well down for Toney. So for that reason, I would sell him this week. I'd also be looking to move Jamie Vardy on as well. He's a player that's blanked in his last 3 games. He picked up a bit of an injury issue and he hasn't quite looked the same player since. He's been a little bit off the pace. He's struggled to, really excel in Brendan Rodgers' formation, particularly when Iheanacho has started as well. And with Chelsea coming up next, who are arguably the best defence in the league right now, it could be a good opportunity to sell. One thing we do see with Jamie Vardy is that he is getting on a little bit now. So in terms of his fitness, he may struggle to start games back to back going into the congested Christmas schedule. That's it from me then for FPL Game Week 12. If you found the video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel as well. I will be around in the comments to answer all of your fantasy dilemmas ahead of the deadline. Good luck everyone for FPL Game Week 12.